This is the project close report for Incentivized Onboarding and Identity in Africa, leveraging Atala PRISM, which was funded in the Fund 10 Atala PRISM Launch Ecosystem campaign. For this project, we launched a DID verified Learn to Earn program in Swahili, aimed at onboarding Swahili speakers in East Africa, supported by verifiable identity credentials using ProofSpace. Participants in this program would register at the Lido Nation website and verify their unique identity using ProofSpace, which we set up to require verified email and social account credentials. Once they were logged in and verified, participants could read an educational article about Cardano in Swahili and answer 2 quiz questions about the article. When they answered both questions correctly, they would earn 1 ADA and 200,000 Husky as a reward. Users could complete 40 articles and quizzes, but they were limited to doing 1 per day. We wanted to encourage people to keep coming back and potentially explore or participate in other ways, rather than just consuming the whole course in 1 day. Participants could also earn a unique NFT when they completed the curriculum. Participants could earn up to 10 additional ADA for referring friends to the program. This was another way of encouraging the behavior we wanted, which was for people to form communities and connections with other people who are also learning about ADA. Participation goals were to onboard 1,000 DID verified learners. As of this report, we exceeded this goal, having 1,039 DID verified learners in the program. The objective of adding DIDs to a program like this is to establish a decentralized solution for identity verification. Establishing unique identity is the only way to validate that individuals only participate and earn ADA 1 time and are not able to game the system by registering multiple times. Legacy systems for establishing identity are invasive and expose users' sensitive personal data to possible misuse. For example, having to submit your entire government ID just to buy a beer? Finding feasible ways to do this on blockchain in a way that respects user privacy is the big problem that this campaign was looking to solve. Now for the challenges and learnings in this project. First, this Fund 10 challenge was premised on launching the Atala PRISM identity ecosystem specifically. Then, about 2 months after we won funding, Atala PRISM was sunsetted. We had originally proposed to work with ProofSpace, an identity app that was using Atala PRISM for identity verification. With Atala going away, we decided to hold the course and stick with ProofSpace, which was a great team to work with. The fundamental goal of the campaign was to launch projects that deepen our understanding of identity on blockchain, and that's still what we are going to do. Challenge number 2, complexity. Using this system successfully required users to register with Lido Nation as a learner, to install the ProofSpace app on their phone and work through email and social account verification, and to link their verified identity to their Lido Nation by scanning a QR code. Finally, they also had to have a Cardano wallet and link it to Lido Nation in order to receive their ADA, Husky, and NFT rewards. Keep in mind that the users we were targeting were not blockchain insiders. These were Swahili-speaking people in Kenya and Congo who were being referred by their friends and who may have been using blockchain tools for the first time. Our challenge was to create onboarding documentation in Swahili that could actually bring them through this workflow. So the complexity wasn't just for the end users. Lido Nation developers also had to figure out how to set up all the internet-connected pieces of the workflow, including site registration and linking Cardano wallets and the ProofSpace app. The final challenge is one that I want to really highlight: building for mobile users. Not only did we need to build this whole workflow, but it needed to work for users in East Africa, many of whom do not have easy access to a desktop computer. For all that Cardano folks love to talk about onboarding users in Africa, I don't think we're putting enough emphasis on enabling mobile-based blockchain tools. Something we have to acknowledge here is that building for mobile is complex. Different devices, different operating systems, different versions of apps can all throw a wrench into how a mobile user flow works, or doesn't. And they can be really hard to test for because people have all kinds of different phones and they're all changing and updating constantly. We ran into nearly every facet of this challenge as we built and launched our learning program. So shout out to the devs at the lab and at ProofSpace who stayed the course with bug fixes, updates, and customer support. Maybe the next challenge campaign should be Fund 14, Mobile Blockchain Launch Ecosystem. Because unlike Atala PRISM, I guarantee mobile users aren't going anywhere. Indeed, if we agree that mass adoption is the next frontier in the Cardano journey, I think mobile-first tools needs to be a serious consideration for everything we build next. So what's next for this project? Giving people ADA in exchange for learning about Cardano is not a money-making scheme. It is a really good way to attract motivated users to participate in a project. So the potential future of this work is twofold. Number one, Attracting new users and onboarding them into Cardano tools is an end into itself. In a user survey, our users expressed interest in participating further in Cardano by participating in Project Catalyst, by creating and selling NFTs, and by looking for industry use cases in their areas of interest. So that's awesome, and we would like to welcome those 1,000 plus new users to the community. Number 2, this kind of project is really good for conducting research. In this case, we were conducting research on identity solutions, and we learned a lot. Through our various reports on the work, we hope others in the community will also learn. Think of the project participants under this lens as paid research subjects. Getting 1,000 people to enthusiastically participate in a year-long experiment for just 50 ADA each is a pretty good bargain. If there are other opportunities in the future to conduct important and interesting research in this format, that would be another future possibility for this work. Finally, I'd like to recognize the Lido Nation project team and our partners. Stephanie King was our project lead, curriculum writer, and designer. Darlington is our lead developer and resident blockchain whiz. Tabitha Ongachi and Salian Atieno did our Swahili translation and community support calls. Developers at the Gong Road Blockchain Lab, which was also founded through Project Catalyst, put in the legwork to build and support this app all year. Proofspace was our identity app partner, and Nick Mason helped us with our governance framework workshop. Finally, Lido Nation is a Hosky rug pool, which is partly why we were able to offer Hosky tokens as participant rewards. And we want to recognize the Hosky community's contribution to our educational work at Lido Nation. The future is for everyone.